Yo my people, we are back again for another video, another preview. Got the new kit which has finally arrived after a month's absence of it. Blimey, it feels good to be fresh and that, and a new decent Palace shirt and that as well before this major game we got Sunday. It is the Crystal Palace versus Leeds United preview, and boy, this is a big and crucial game for Palace. It's been a poor week for Crystal Palace. The Chelsea defeat didn't really do as many favours after a long 4-week break. Was the team fully fit? I don't really know. Were we physically match fit and up for the battle? I'm not sure really. Judging by the way we started that game, it looked like a good positive start. We could have easily been 2-0 up as well, and then it just didn't. We just fell apart all the way defensively. The game was a bit flat, and then they scored right later on with a Conor Gallagher who scores against us. Yeah, it had to be him dealing it. Not really been the best following a lot of recent injuries. New injuries during the Chelsea match as well. Players picking up knocks, which ain't really good. Obviously had some problems during the games, you know, managing the games, seeing it out and that as well. I don't know what it is within the last 5-10 minutes of the game. We just fall apart, and mentally we're just not there. We just get nervous, and we just sort of like, we're in that mire and that zone that is later on, and we just can't cope with the pressure. We can't manage the games. We're poor tactics from Vieira. Not really been good enough, you know. The Prem is about, you know, getting results, and that we haven't really been recently doing that. You know, it's been really inconsistent. 1 win out of 7 beginning of the season, the Prem. Just not good enough. A lot really needs to change and improve, in my opinion. Ahead of Sunday's game, Crystal Palace most likely and potentially could be in the bottom 3 at the time of this recording. Wolves and Leicester play tomorrow, and Wolves away to Chelsea and Leicester away to Bournemouth. If any one of them teams pick up points in that, we could potentially find ourselves, we will find ourselves in the bottom 3. We need Chelsea to win, and we need Bournemouth to do us favours and beat Leicester as well. If Leicester go to Bournemouth and win, we're in the bottom 3. If Wolves even pick up a point at Chelsea, let alone a win in that, we're in the bottom 3 for the Sunday game. So it is so crucial that them games go in our favour, because if we find ourselves in the bottom 3 on Sunday, I don't know how the team is overall going to take it, whether it will wake them up and give them the kick up the backside they need, or if it will knock them for 6 in a way, as I like to say. Like I said, the Premier League is all about results, consistency, and picking up as much points as you need to survive, whether you're trying to get Europe, whether you're trying to finish solid in a solid mid-table position like what we've been doing over the last few years, or trying to escape relegation. With Palace right now, we're doing this, we're dropping down. Overall, in 90 minutes of football during games this season, we've been inconsistent. We have like 5-10 minute spells, and we just fall off and just panic and get completely nervous and that as well, you know. So we really need to wake up on that, in my opinion. For some reason as well, we tend to struggle with holding on to 1-0 leads, 2-0 leads, you know, you name it. I mean, listen, 4 games this season, Liverpool away, we drew that after being 1-0 up. Man City away, we lost that after being 2-0 up. Brentford at home, we drew that after being 1-0 up. And the Chelsea game last week, we lost that after being 1-0 up. And it's just not good enough. It just shows that we're really weak and naive in, you know, not just managing the game, but, you know, not taking our chances, you know, lapse of concentration, switching off defensively, poor errors costing us games, giving silly goals away, and that would be really sloppy, and that sometimes in our final third, and when it comes to defending in that as well. Yeah, overall, it's been a really poor and disappointing start to this campaign. I really expect us to do a lot better. It is still early doors, but if the results don't start to shine of the amount of games we've got, then things are going to look pretty stale, and the wheels could potentially come off at Palace. They may even potentially come off this weekend if we absolutely have a shocker. The only positive I will say between now and the new year, obviously this fixture of course we're playing Leeds, and our next 9 games are against teams around us that are reasonably, you know, like beatable, and that you got a bit of hope against certain teams around you, and that. Obviously talking about Leeds, they haven't won in their last 4. Lack of goals, a lack of consistency, and a lack of a product up front, you know, really shows recently with their form. It's not really been good enough for them, and that. Still got danger threats like Rodrigo and Bamford and Anderson as well. So yeah, you got to watch out for them lot up front. But yeah, to talk more about Leeds United, I'm gonna pass it over to my guy JT. Make sure to go and subscribe to his channel. He's gonna give you his perspectives of this game that we have got on Sunday, which is gonna be so crucial. This is what he thinks is gonna happen for this game and that as well. So give it away, JT.
What's Going on, Tristan and my Crystal Palace family. It's your boy JT here, resident Leeds fan, of course, on the scene, and I'm here to tell you that you guys are going to get creamed like a fresh cottage pie. That is right, my bro. I know you're coming into this one probably licking your chops with excitement after seeing Leeds' absolutely catastrophic game against Villa last week. Honestly, I've seen more flow in Gone Off Milk than I did in that game, to be honest. But this game, it's a different week. I am scared we are going to be without Sinisostra. Honestly, that guy is different gravy. If Hines and Branston had a love child, I'm telling you, it still wouldn't be as saucy as that guy. We are going to be without him after one of the most stupid double yellow card, red card decisions I've ever seen in my life. What is he doing? Is sticking his leg out there? I don't know. It's going to be a big miss because he's been an informed player. We've had a lot of slackers recently. Aronson, Harrison not really delivering to the standards they should be. Rodrigo not really delivering to what he did earlier on in the season either. We don't have a lot of goals. We don't have a lot of goals right now, but I think that is going to change against you lot on the weekend. It's only a matter of time. I can feel it. The performances are starting to come together. Marsh, he had a good international break. He's had enough time to get these players back. Now Bamford's coming back. Rodrigo's coming back. It's going to be an absolute smashing. We're going to go in for it. You're going to take you to the cleaners, mate. I'm telling you, 3-0, 3-0 Leeds United. Make sure you put that in your calendars. Put it in your pipe. Put it in whatever you want and smoke it. As for my 1-11, we're talking the main man Melier in goal. Back to Cock and Stroik. I really want to see those guys start together. It's been forever, since pre-season even, since we've seen them two together, and that is our best back two by a country mile. Right back, I'm going to go for Luke Ayling. Slap him in there. He's really impressed me. I know Christensen defends all right, but the attacking threat from Ayling is too much to miss out from. As for left back, Senior Daddy tier subscription Firpo. That's the man. Get him in there. He is the best left back in world football. Everyone hates him. Even Leeds fans hate him. But let me tell you something. They're thinking of Junior Firpo. This right here is Daddy Senior Daddy tier subscription Firpo. I can't even think of his name because all I'm thinking about is all the goals that he's going to create against you lot on the weekend. He's going to be at left back. Rocker and Adams in the midfield. Aronson, Harrison, and Nonto in the 3 just behind Rodrigo Moreno up front. Let me know what you guys think. Also, drop some support and love for my boy Tristan down in the comment section down below. But for now, guys, you heard it here first. And hopefully, I'll see you guys after the game to, you know, rub the salt into the wounds of an absolute smashing. See you all.
My guy JT, make sure if you haven't to subscribe to his channel, and that as well, link will be in the description down below. Before I do my predicted Palace starting 11 going into this fixture, I'm going to go through the Crystal Palace injury list right now. Nathan Ferguson, rumoured to be out injured till late December with an ankle/foot injury, but he is making a bit of progress, as Vieira said in his recent press conference ahead of this game. Nathaniel Klein as well, he obviously turned his ankle over badly against Chelsea, was stretched off late on in the first half. He's rumoured to be out till late October. He'll probably be back early November, to be fair, so that'll probably be for the West Ham game on the 6th of November and that. So yeah, hopefully he gets well soon and hopefully he comes back stronger. Joachim Anderson, who's got a calf strain and that, he's rumoured to be back for the Leeds game. He's been assessed, so he's a 50-50 in that, but it'll be nice to see him back in that team. I would prefer him in the team than James Tompkins. Yeah, he didn't have a good game when he came on as a sub, so fingers crossed he comes back. James McArthur as well, not sure when he's going to be back really. He may be back early November, late October, we really don't know. He's got a groin problem, so he's still out injured in that as well. Jack Butland should be back after the Leeds game. Chris Richards, no one's really sure when he's back. He got injured over the international break. I'm not really sure what his injury is. I've looked it up. There's nothing really coming through in that as well. Some people saying it's a groin injury, but I'm not really sure, to be fair. So I'm not 100% certain. All I know is there's no further return for him when he's coming back. No one really knows, but he will be missing the Leeds game. So it's a shame because it'd be nice to see him, you know, start to have a regular first team spot in the team before the injuries we have defensively and that. Alright people, so now we're going to do my starting predicted lineup going into the Palace Leeds game for this Sunday. In goal, I'm going to go with Sam Johnson. I don't think Vicente Gaeta's form recently has been good enough, and I'm not really a fan of him. I just want to see a change in goal. I think this would be the perfect game and the perfect opportunity to start Sam Johnson and that, so hopefully Vieira does that. Left back, Tariq Mitchell is the only decent left back we've got. Big facts. Two centre backs of Anderson and Gay. I think Anderson will be fit. Fingers crossed. I pray to God he is fit. He should be, but if he's not, it wouldn't really be a surprise. But let's just presume he is going to be fit, because he is 50-50 and he is being assessed. And Vieira did say in his press conference he's basically making decent progress, so it's most likely that he'll be in the squad at least. So I'm going to go with that. Right back, I'm going to go with Joel Ward. He's the only option we really got, with Ferguson and Klein both out injured, so we'll say it at that. Two central defensive midfielders of Czech Decore, and I want to give Will Hughes a run. I know people have he's not really a fan's favourite, but this might be the game for him to shine. So I'm going to go with Will Hughes within that defensive midfield. That would, make our midfield more solid and, allow the likes of Leeds and any other team not to break us down as much as Chelsea did during certain periods of last week's game. And that Eze and Cam, yes, is the only decent Cam we got, really. Like I said, on the left-hand side, Zaha. Up front, John Finn at Mateta. He should have started against Chelsea. He didn't really have that much time when he came on as a substitute last time out against Chelsea, but he'll do one that Edouard did. All Edouard did last time was scored a goal and he disappeared. He didn't really do anything else. So, yeah, I'm really going to be calling for Mateta to start this one on Sunday. And right wing, I'm going to go with Michael Elise. He needs to be playing in his actual position rather than a number 8. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think this is the game for Ayo. I'd have Ayo on the bench. He did well against Chelsea, but I think we should just go for it all guns blazing. If it's not working, I would probably put Ayo on the right. If we really need someone to hold that ball up well and track back as well defensively, because he is good tracking back compared to the likes of Elise, Wilfred, Mateta. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But that is my starting 11 going into the Palace and Leeds game on Sunday. Last but not least, my people, as well, we're going to do the score predictions before we end the video. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I'm sort of optimistic slightly, but at the same time I'm not. Listen, I really hope we just walk away with a win, but I think a draw is going to be a fair result for both teams, the way they're playing, and it's just predictable, to be fair. It's typical Palace just to go 1-0 up and then draw the game, more for us to go 1-0 behind, realise we're in the bottom 3, we need to wake up and buck our ideas up and get an equaliser. So I think it'll be a 1-0 draw, and hopefully after that, if it is a draw, then we need to win all our games in October if we want to try and survive not being in a relegation scrap, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, fingers crossed all goes to plan this weekend. We don't end up in the bottom 3 before Sunday's game. We beat Leeds, but I do think it'll be a draw. I'm trying to be realistic going into this fixture and that as well, and not get my hopes up too much like last week or for the last few months and that of watching Palace. So yes, my people, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Big up my guy JT. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, road to 2K. Follow me on all my socials, link in the description down below, my people. The new kit is popping off really well. Can't wait to wear this on Sunday. It's going to be a good one, hopefully. Hopefully the Palace do not let me down, and hopefully we get a decent result going into the next few games within this upcoming month before the World Cup and that. So come on, you Palace, and I will see you lot for Sunday's game. I cannot wait. See you lot then. In a bit. Eagles!